All right, my friends, so the life expectancy numbers have dropped to the lowest, I think, since 1992. So I just want to kind of clarify what this means. The life expectancy that you hear, and I've talked about this a million times on my channel, because I think people miss this, is for a newborn baby. All right, so a newborn baby born today has a life expectancy of something like 72 years, or 76.2 years, I think is what it is, which again is the lowest since 1992. All right. Normally I pay that no mind, because inherently we are not babies. I was born in 1970, you might have been born in 1960. Either way, the life expectancy for an infant doesn't make any sense to us. It's a life expectancy for someone our age, if that makes sense. All right, but here's the issue. If the life expectancy for a newborn baby is dropping like a brick in water, and I'm not aware of any study at all that says that the infant mortality rates have shockingly gone up. I haven't heard that in the least. I might be wrong. I don't think so. Then who are the people dying earlier than they were before? Well, it's going to be older people, for sure. Some of that could be attributed to the COVID, for sure. Some of it could be contributed to lack of being. I was reading a comment some guy today. Sad, says his 90-year-old mom won't go outside for fear of getting COVID, so now she is getting frailer and frailer by the minute. Sitting inside is just a horrible state of fear, and just walks around her apartment. So the fear certainly is driving people to stress. We know stress can lead to death. Obviously, something that shall not be named could be a cause of that. I'm not saying that, YouTube. I'm just saying something could be there. The thing that shall not be named could be causing immune system deficiencies. Never mind, again, obesity, diabetes, all this stuff. Stress, fear. All right, so if we don't see an increase in infant mortality, and we see a significant decrease in life expectancy for an infant, well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that the life expectancy for older people, 60 and above probably, is dropping like a brick in water. You could attribute it to, as well, people not wanting to go to the hospital for, their surgeries and things of that nature. Which is funny, because, again, I've done a video on this before, too. This rumor or this idea that doctors' fault is a third leading cause of death. That's just not true. And yet a lot of people on my own side of this, the truth community, fall for that. It drives me up the wall. Doctors are not the third leading cause. Doctor mistakes are not the third leading cause of death, man. I hate that crap. Now, if you want to throw something else in there, which again, the thing that shall not be named, maybe, but people have been saying this since this Johns Hopkins study that came out in 2016. Going to the doctor, you're taking your life at risk. It's stupid. No evidence of that, other than this Johns Hopkins study, and I already destroyed that. Anyone who can read the study can destroy that 2 seconds flat. Anyway, so what does this mean for Social Security in terms of, well, this is going to sound bad, but inherently that means the Social Security system is going to be more secure because older people are dying faster. Now, I'm just calling a spade here, man, and don't get all upset. Less older people to pay, less longevity for these older people, less money we got to spend to support those people because they are dead. Horrible, but that's the way it works. All right, so part 2 of this, though, is obviously Social Security will be more solvent inherently because there's less people to pay. This doesn't take a rocket scientist either, of course. Never mind. All right, anyway, so what does that mean for your Social Security? My premise has always been delay. For me, my wife is 4 years younger. She's a lady, so she's likely to survive me. The fact I'm a man, the fact I'm 4 years older, I'm going to die before she does, most likely. Now, the irony of it is both her parents are dead, have been dead for her dad died when she was 16 in, 1990, and her mom died in 2006. Both my parents are still alive, even though they smoked like chimneys, not very healthy. Now, they were 10 years younger if not a little bit more than her parents, so it wasn't like they were the same age. But be it as it may, her parents died a hell of a lot younger than my parents, and my parents are still alive. Still, at the end of the day, because I did the most of the income producing, I want to leave my wife as big a Social Security benefit as I possibly can when I die. So my thought process would be for her to file for her, for us to wait till I'm 70 and she's 66. She would be taking her Social Security a year before her full retirement age, so it would be reduced by 12 to 13%. But when I die, she would get my full benefit without a reduction. All right, so what happens again? A spousal benefit, if you take it before your full retirement age, is going to be reduced by a factor of roughly 12% per year before your full retirement age. Or 7%, I just can't remember. I think it's 8%, something like that. Look it up. I think it is 8%. Whatever it is. Off the top of my head, I don't recall. Very easy to look up. Ooh, someone's grilling something. Oh, yeah. The smell of meat, baby. The smell of meat in the summertime. In the latter part of the summertime. All right, so now we know for a fact that if Charlotte were to take her benefit at 66, she would get a reduction in her amount by 8%. All right, now I take my full benefit at 70, I get my primary insurance amount, we'll just say $3,300 a month, plus 3 years of delayed earnings credits, which gives me a 24% kicker, is roughly $4,000 a month. All right, so let's just say her benefit was $1,500 a month. My benefit is $4,000 a month, and I'm 70. That's 18 years from now. So when I'm 70 years old, we're going to get between us about $63,000 a year, a little bit more than $5,000 a month in benefit. My full retirement age, my PIA plus my delayed earnings credits, and her 1 year reduction because of a spousal benefit because she took it before her full retirement age. Now, we might even consider her taking her own benefit. She has 40 quarters to qualify for her own benefit. Probably won't be much, but probably not a bad idea for her to take it at 62, even though it will be reduced by roughly 35%. So if she's going to make $1,500 a month, she'll probably make $1,000 a month, reduced. Then when I file, be that 70, she'll be 66. She can boost her benefit because she'll get a spousal benefit, which will be more than her benefit, but it'll still be reduced because she took her benefit early. I know there's a lot of confusion there. I'm not really trying to get too deep in the Social Security minutia here, but this is something we think about, at least I do. Should she file at 62 and just have me wait until I'm at least 67, my full retirement age, but probably until I'm 70? Well, the answer is yes. Well, the answer is for me to wait until 70 makes sense, because when I die, she sacrifices her spousal benefit. She no longer gets that, and she'll no longer get her own benefit. She'll instead get whatever I was getting. So she'll get that $4,000 a month I was getting. So basically, she'll get almost $50,000 a year at my demise from Social Security. That's not too shabby. But here's the problem. What if 10 years from now, the life expectancy for a 62-year-old man is dropping, I don't know, to 75? But Josh, you're healthy, huh? You know, that's, Josh, you don't smoke. Josh, you walk. Josh, this, yeah, I get it. Life expectancy, though, again, is when does the average person die at that time frame? So if I'm 62, and the average person who is average 62-year-old male dies at 75, and I'm probably going to take it early. Obviously contingent on many things. But if this keeps going down, and I think it's gonna, man. We're already seeing excess deaths for 2022, which doesn't make sense. All these old people have died off because of COVID and whatever. There should be way low deaths than excess deaths, because the old people who basically, I know this sounds bad, it's just the way it works, man. we basically pull forward the deaths. So COVID killed a lot of people who are soon yet to die, but we're going to die in the next year or two. So instead of dying in 2023, 2024, 2025, they all died in 2020, 2021. So they pulled forward all these people because their immune system was bad, they were obese, they were not doing great physically anyway. Again, not for everybody. If you get offended by this, I'm probably not the channel for you because I don't mince words. So you would have thought with pulling forward these excess deaths of old people, that would mean there'd be reduction of deaths, deficits of deaths of normal death rate for 2022 and beyond, because these people who were supposed to have died this year or next have already died. Hope that makes sense, but it's not happening. We're seeing excess deaths. In fact, I think I saw some places, so there's 1 million excess deaths already in 2022. And I forgot it was the United States or UK, I can't remember. But I was like, damn. Now, obviously, that's not old people dying. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's a lot more just old people dying. So who are these people? I don't know, man. I mean, I have a sneaky suspicion. I will not say what it is, but be it as it may. But what if that affects, like we saw these Canadian doctors dying, like dropping like flies, dude. I mean, at the end of the day, as much as we all can bash the Western healthcare market and hospitals and stuff, we still have the best healthcare in the world, bar none. Bar none. Now, do they overprescribe drugs? Yes. Why? Because that's what people want. People don't want to go for a walk, eat less crap. You know, people don't want to go. They want to go through the drive-thru. They do. They want to freaking have DoorDash deliver them Whataburger. They do. They don't want to take control of their lives. They just want a pill. So the doc says, okay, here's a statin. You know, that's bad choice, but that's what people want. I don't blame the doctors, man. I don't blame them. People want a quick cure. The doctors and the medical system provide that. Now, it's truly not a cure, but it makes people think, all right, I don't have to take care of it. The pill will do it for me. Anyway, so the point being is, if we've already had huge excess deaths because of COVID, and we're continuing to have huge excess deaths even after said COVID, well, what if that includes a bunch of doctors who normally would have seen you, but now they can't because they're dead? And then you need medical care. What happens then? Well, you're in the world of hurt too. Even if you're freaking clean as the wind-driven snow, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you walk, you don't put stuff in your body. You know what I'm talking about. So now you're 67. You're like, man, I was going to take Social Security when I'm 70 because my wife will benefit. But now you're like, dude, I'm having an issue. There's no one here to help me to figure out my issue. Like, I always think, if I got cancer, would I take chemo? I don't know. So sayonara? I don't know. But I'm just saying, that might be a reason to take it early, depending on life expectancy for people in your cohort. And, again, I haven't seen, the Social Security tables haven't come out yet. I don't even think they come out for 2020. I think we're still in 2019 Social Security mortality tables, which kind of stinks because it's 2022 now. It'd be nice to see what 2020 was at least. It might even still be 2017, to be honest with you. I think it's 2019. Maybe it's 2017. But if we're seeing a decrease in life expectancy amongst your cohort, that might be indicative of there's becoming a better chance that you're going to die sooner than you thought. And if so, well, that changes everything on Social Security. My premise has always been that between my wife or me, one of us will survive probably till we're 90. Which means the later I take Social Security, the more benefit I have, obviously, and the more benefit my wife has. You know what I'm saying? But what if that's truly not the case? What if it's not the case because of the excess deaths that continue on for the foreseeable future? And again, I don't know, that might not happen. I don't know. I just know it's in 2022, man. That's concerning. So we'll have to keep that out there. Love to your thoughts. Love to your thoughts. We'll see you.